I think you break it down into multiple scenarios. As any CEO would do, your job is to establish a vision, to create a team, to build the chemistry between that team, to communicate the vision and the definition of success, to empower people in the organization, to sell the vision to all the different constituencies, whether it's your team, whether it's your employee base, whether it's your investors, your board of directors, partners. So I think that's the standard role of any CEO. But today, it's literally transformation and speed every day, recognizing that AI technology is something different, something more powerful, and something where you can't miss a day of constant invention and evolution. I've had the good fortune of knowing Usama for a long time. We met in the early 2000s when we worked together when he was head of Yahoo Research and chief data officer, maybe the first chief data officer in the world. And when he took this job, the ability to work with such a leading institution like Northeastern, one that really has understood from the beginning that it's academics and practical skills, life skills, business skills, working skills, and now building an AI lab which is designed to take thought into action, but do it ethically and morally. What a brilliant vision. And the opportunity for Chegg, who's a leader in education, to work with the lab, with Usama, just was something we couldn't pass up. Yeah, look, I think it's the role of all of us to think about how to be ethical, how to be moral, how to be unbiased. But the truth is, anytime you involve people, there will be all of those things. So having a very smart set of eyeballs who are focused almost exclusively on the moral and ethical responsibilities is necessary as a great guardrail for those of us who have to move quickly and may not have thought of each of the angles, or may not have thought of all the unintended consequences, or have asked all the right questions. When something's new, how does anybody ask all the right questions? So having the smartest people in the world think about it in that context, it's unbelievable. Well, there's two ways to look at it. We know more than you do, or we're all in this together. And I think it's the latter. I think we're all in this together. I don't think any of us know more than anybody else. Some people may know what the capability can do more than others. Some people may know what's coming next, but none of us really understand the implications or the consequences of those choices and how those choices may successfully or unsuccessfully be rolled out. I think we all learned a lesson with social media that without discussion, without guardrails, the unintended consequences can overwhelm the intended consequences. So I think getting out ahead of this early and with a real leadership position and brilliant people behind it is really necessary. That this tool has the power to change people's lives in a good way or a bad way. It has the ability, like everything, to be used for people or against people, and it has the ability to be put in everybody's hands, affordably and ethically and unbiased, or we can continue to benefit only certain constituencies. We have tried, whether it be through admission standards, affirmative action, standardized testing, non-standardized testing, resources, non-resources, to equal the playing field. And we have not been successful. So what if you could start a kid on day one of their learning with what might become the most powerful tool in the world? Then nobody is advantaged over anybody else. That everybody, based on their willingness to put in the time, their own creativity, their own energy, their own questions, has the chance to go down a path of power, which hasn't historically been the case. Just my gratitude for Usama, for Northeastern, for the willingness to take on such a difficult and hotbed issue. Smart people willing to use their voice is helpful.